Botox, and Fiona, and Oliver Mayavo, Oliver Mayavo, and Long, Mardell Christian Thompson, and Chutipon Tolani, Vias, and Iman, and Omolola, and Frankie Liu, and Vanessa, and Molly, and Claire. So nice to have all of you today. We are going to have meditation, and at the end of it, the end of the session, I also will share some of the wisdoms about how meditation and the better model can help us to forgive better. And if that is something you've been facing, like sometimes it's not very easy to remember what you want to remember and forget what you want to forget. Maybe that could be some interesting topic for you as well. So before we begin our meditation, let me ask if how many of you are aware what is the number of days since the New Year break, since 1st of January? How many days have you, have we been through so far this year, 2024? Do you know if how many years since the 1st of January? Anyone? If you can make a guess, you can type in the comment box and see how many of you are aware how many days we have been through so far. Like, on the 3rd of January, then that's 3 days. On the 4th of January, that's 4 days. So this is the 25th of March, right? Or you are not aware even what day is today, what day today is. Well, this is a way to help us to be more mindful. We call heedfulness or carefulness about the time. If we keep reminding ourselves every single day what day today is, if you turn 85, okay, good. Not sure how you get this number, but then I have another number to ask you as well. Okay, we have been 24, 25 days, 25, including today, since the 1st of January. How many days do we have left until the end of the year? How many days? How many days do we have this year? Maybe that's going to be a very simple calculation, right? So you know that, okay, we have been for how many days? 85 days, including today. And we're going to have about 280 or 281 days left, depending on if you count today or not. 281 days or 280 days. That is the number of remaining days this year we have left. And if you think about it, the time flies so fast, right? It's just New Year break, and today we already 85 days. We will miss the chance to use 25th of March forever, or 25th of March 2024 to be precise, forever. This day will never come back. And if we think about it this way, instead of, think about something else, think about the opportunity, think about how we need to use our times wisely. That is even a way to meditate. It's like something to remind ourselves constantly that we should not be careless, that we should be mindful, that we should continuously make some change into our life and make the changes permanent, right? Well, maybe if you are on the team of having anxiety about counting the number of days, come on, I'm pretty anxious already. And you want me to count like how many of days we have left, and I'm gonna feel even more anxious about that. If you are on the team anxious, then what about, you know, making today count and not to worry so much about the number of remaining days that we have, but 25th of March 2024, you only have 24 hours, and you're gonna make sure that you strive to make it a little better than yesterday. Not a lot better, but just a little better. Like, think about some room for improvement. Have you ever observed how much change you can incorporate into each day one day at a time? Maybe you can suggest what could be the change. Anyone? Like, what is it that you make yourself slightly better than yesterday? Maybe you smile more. Maybe you kind of don't take all the things into what matters, or you can let go. Maybe you can organize your room a little more. You can leave unwanted things, or even say sorry to people. Those little things that we can add to our day. If you can add some of these one day at a time, maybe by the end of the year, well, this idea actually requires some journey, writing some journal. If you can write down as well what you have done today. Anyone who have been doing this? I know I'm not on the team, like writing long diary or some like long journal or something like that. But maybe you can make some bullets, some notes of what you have achieved today. And by the end of the year, how many days do you have left again? 281, right? Okay, we add one more day. 281 days until the end of the year. Believe it or not, just by reminding constantly this information to us, we somehow manage to remove delusion. And the feeling like, okay, it's still on in March and still like 9 months to go, that could actually create some bias. And that bias will help us to, or will lead us to forget about how valuable our time is, and that we should need to use the time wisely. Okay, so this personal reminder, tomorrow you're gonna count 86, right? And the number of days that we have remaining will be 280 or 279, okay, depending on how you count today or not, the present day. And keep doing this every day. Maybe in the morning, maybe before going to bed, and start making each day count, doing little more valuable things, some improvements, something that you can change. That's gonna become a better version of yourself, right? But not huge leap, maybe slight change. That will be sufficient to make a better version. Like when they release software, they're gonna release 1.0, but sometimes they release 1.01, 1.0.1, 1.0.2, and that's just slightly better. And you're glad that it fixed some bugs, some problems already, right? We're gonna make that to ourselves as well. Like, okay, today I'm 1.0, tomorrow I'm 1.0.1, and the day after tomorrow I'm 1.0.2. By the end of the year, you're gonna have yourself 2.0. Okay, so that's enough for our little introduction. And hello to people who just arrived. We are going to begin our meditation, our long awaited meditation. And now let's get ourselves ready and close your eyes softly and gently. Close your eyes softly and gently. And relax every part of your body. Breathe in and out, long, softly, slowly. Breathe in freshness and positive energy. And breathe out completely uncomfortable feelings from both body and mind. Continue breathing in and out. And you feel a bit more relaxed physically. You may spend a moment to relax all your muscles, the muscles of your forehead, the muscles on your face, your cheek, your chin, feel the flow of relaxation spreading to your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, down to your fingertips. Relax the muscles of your torso, from your chest to your abdomen, your hips, your thighs, your knees, down to your feet, all the way to the tips of your toes, until you feel completely relaxed in every part of your body. It doesn't matter how relaxed you are. If you feel a little lighter, more comfortable, then we can feel content. No need to try harder to relax more. Just feel content with such lighter feeling. And pay attention to your breath. You may breathe in and out and stay with the airflow inside your body. Feel the breath moving downward and upward. And if the mind wanders at any point, no need to worry or concern. It's just natural that the mind needs more time to calm down. So give yourself some space and don't try to push yourself too much. Of course, we need to keep bringing our minds back. We will not let it wander for too long. But how we do it should be relaxingly, as relaxingly as you can. No expectation, no comparison. Just focus on the method and not the result. A has to come before B. So if we make the A right, the B part will follow properly. And when you are able to stay with your breath a little more, if not all the time, just a little more, the mind will stay longer inside the body, and that's what we want. We want the mind to remain inside the body, feeling the movement of the breath that is become increasingly smoother. Then I would like you to follow your breath all the way to the middle of your abdomen. You may breathe as deeply as you can, and feel the airflow softly and gently reaching and touching an empty space in the middle of your abdomen. And that's how soft and gentle you can feel at the center of your body. The amount that we can add to our collection, we're gonna keep collecting such feeling by following our breath a few more times to softly touch the center of the body, in the same manner of a bird's feather floating down from the sky to finally land up on a calm water surface without disturbing the calmness of the water surface. And if we keep bringing the mind back to the same location with the same gentle manner, with no expectation, keep doing the same thing the same way, relaxing way, persistently, the mind will be used to staying at the center of the body. Then you don't have to worry about your breathing. You may just breathe naturally and continue to maintain your awareness at the body center. You may also repeat a mantra while monitoring the center of your body. Repeat the mantra silently in your mind. You may choose from clear and bright, clear and bright, clear and bright. Or you may repeat the other mantra. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. By repeating the mantra silently, the mind will absorb an amount of pure energy and let the energy purify the mind. We will do this as continuously as we can. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, สัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหัง Continue to repeat the mantra. Keep bringing your mind back. If it got distracted from time to time, that is alright. That is acceptable. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. You may additionally visualize a meditation image. Let's begin by imagining that the body is empty, that you have no organ, no bone, no muscles, nothing inside the body, nothing but the air. It's like your body becomes a balloon or a bubble with nothing inside. So you can feel a space within your body. And at the center of the space, visualize a meditation image that can be the sun, the full moon, a water drop, a crystal ball, or a bubble. Just choose one object that resonates you the most. Doesn't matter what it is. And visualize casually. Don't put too much effort. The idea is to feel content with whatever you can visualize. Doesn't matter how clearly you can do it. Just how continuously you can visualize. It's like you are dreaming, but you have nothing else in your dream. Just your visualized image serving as the landmark for the mind. It doesn't matter how many times you have to visualize, because sometimes your image may be replaced by distractions. That is alright. It is just a tug of war that you just need to bring the mind back, pulling the rope with consciousness or sati. You lost the object, you bring it back again, so that you can maintain constant visualization smoothly. You may also repeat the mantra while visualizing the image. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. สัมมาอะระหัง Continue to repeat the mantra and feel content with the visualization result. Feeling content allows the mind to become stiller as no activity is present. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang I will leave you to dwell in this peaceful and serene environment on your own, resting completely, enjoying the time doing nothing until the mind has absorbed sufficient peace energy that we can spread loving kindness. Meditate on your own in silence until we come to an appropriate time. สัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหัง Now I would like you to imagine that your peace energy expands, and it is expanding in all directions, covering yourself, your room, your building, your house, and you share this peace energy with everyone. Doesn't matter who they are. May all of them be happy. May all of them be free from sadness. May all of them feel the peace energy you are sharing. Imagine you share the peace energy to everyone in your city. It doesn't matter who they are. To many that you know, and plenty that you don't. May all of them be happy. May all of them be free from sadness. May all of them feel the peace energy you are sharing. Imagine you share the peace energy to everyone in your country from all walks of life, near, far, wherever they are. May all of them be happy. May all of them be free from sadness. May all of them feel the peace energy you are sharing. And imagine you share the peace energy upwards to everyone in the world, to all countries with no exception. May people, regardless of their race, nationality, or religion, be happy. May all of them be free from sadness. May all of them feel the peace energy you sharing. Continue to spread and share your peace energy for a while. And now, our meditation is coming to an end. You may take a deep breath in and out a few times. Breathe in, breathe out, long, softly, slowly. Feel the environment, everyone and everything around you. And once you feel you are ready, you may softly, slowly open your eyes while listening to my blessing. สัพเพพุทธาปรัปปตตาปัจเจกานัญจยังพลังอรหันตานัญจะเตเชนรคังพันธามิสัพพโสได้อัตถลัทธาสุขิตาวิรุณหาพุทธศาสเนอโรคาสุขิตาโหทาสหสัพเพหิยติภิสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนะสัพพธัมมานุภาเวนะสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนะสัทธาโสติภวันตุเต May all your wishes be fulfilled. Sapphe purentu sankappa. May all of your dreams become true. Janto panaraso yatha. Like the full moon in the night sky. Manisho tiraso yatha. Or similar to a flawless crystal sphere. Okay, welcome back. How was your meditation? I hope that you had some peaceful moment in your meditation. Maybe you can share, but before that, you can switch on your webcam so we can see your face and and smile. Okay, it was good, wasn't it? You can type your experience in the comment, maybe ask questions as well, and then I will share how we can use meditation, mindfulness to help us to forgive and manage our anger and resentment. Okay, so smile. Peace. Nice smile, smile. Okay. Happy to see you all today. So, Fiona, I guess. I felt very restless and didn't feel like meditating. How do I make progress in my meditation practice? Thank you. Maybe you can actually, when you meditate with such feeling, all you have to do is to feel content without expecting it's going to be a lot better. But just imagine like, oh, I didn't want to brush my teeth, but I have to brush my teeth. It's just more like if you've been doing it for a while and maybe to the extent and just start feeling good doing it, then you're going to do it anyway. So maybe it's going to be a little hard at the beginning to kind of get ourselves into the right mood every time you meditate. But if you can do it as a habit, the habits actually will make you feel develop the meditation, and like you will end up doing it anyway, no matter how it is good, how you feel restless. But the good things, it happens to me, like, okay, maybe I'm not in the positions to talk about this because I remember as well when I started my journey, or maybe at some point, I also didn't want to meditate because I didn't feel like. But to actually change, to be able to shift from rough to refined and feel better after the meditation, it has been something that I have overcome and maybe beaten so many times over. So that actually becomes a very obvious result that even though I started with, I didn't want to meditate, but then I ended up feeling better. And that could be eventually reproducible. Amazing, right? Yeah, I didn't believe it at first, but when you do it like 1,000 times and you get the same result every time, then maybe you can feel a little motivated with the meditation. Okay, Katerina slept 2 hours last night, so fall asleep during meditation. Does it mean my meditation was useless? No, not at all. If you felt, if you fall asleep in your meditation, you just had some consciousness. If you have like a huge void, like huge blank of no consciousness at all, I would say that the meditation still gives you some benefit, but not as much as you can stay awake the whole sessions, of course. But if you manage to have like 10%, 20% of consciousness, not to have like a huge blank void, that's 20% of the benefits you already obtained today. Okay. Tian I said, I feel like dreaming, but with light awareness all the time. Meditation is like the stage between being awake and falling asleep. It's just in the middle. So it's kind of feel like you have conscious dream. You're dreaming, but you also feel conscious about the dream as well. The meditation is benefit to health problem. Yeah, a lot of research. Actually, you can search Google by yourself. How meditation improves your health. You're gonna feel like, okay, meditation lower blood pressure and also help boost immune systems. And that's because your body needs proper software to control it. And the mind is the software. You have a healthy and unworried mind. Your body heals by itself better. It was deeply cleansing meditation, lots of work in the weekend. So you work on the weekends as well? Wow. So the meditation not enough. I come back to the track today. Very good. Okay. Happy not yet exactly right in the middle, but closer. Okay. That the better, right? So hopefully you, although it's not going to be as powerful as when we do together, but don't forget to do your meditations as well. That is going to be very helpful. Del, calm, peaceful feeling, and has a whole very peaceful, relaxing today. Has a glimpse of a white crystal ball in the beginning and white Buddha face towards me in the end. Okay, nice. And total what let's say. Thanks for amazing sessions. I feel calm, fulfilled, and peaceful. Autumn C for had awesome meditation and Mark. I just what I needed. I came to the session a little late. And I managed to push to what was rewarded with wonderful meta love kindness. Wonderful. So hopefully you will, meditate with us more often. Okay. And Taribar, I can remember, great meditation had network issues, but just joining back. I thought we were meditating in silence until someone brought it to my attention that I had disconnection. Okay, but if you got disconnected because of network issues and you be on your own and you were able to stay on your own, that's fine as well. Okay. Okay, we all say mine feel like cotton now before it was like heavy. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. All right, so I like to share a little talk about how meditation can help us to forgive better. Sorry if I will make any mistakes because I just finished this presentation just right before the session started. So we talk about this betterment model, and we know that, okay, it's about self-development, it's about making good habits, it's about using meditation, which is mind empowerment, and happy developments to make ourselves a better versions of ourselves, right? But how can this improve the ability to forgive? Well, when you think about anger, it's like you have a little red monster in your mind whispering to you that that guy, I hate him. I will not forgive him because he did something unwholesome. And I will wait until he got punished or something like that. That's the thought. But believe me, that is not your thought. Because sometimes you feel it that way. Maybe at times you don't feel it that way. It depends on how strong that little red monster is. If it's strong, maybe you're going to have that thought every minute, and that's not good, right? It's like you have kind of burning yourself. So one thing that we can say is that when you have anger and you don't let it out through your mouth or through your actions, you're allowed to have anger, actually. I also have sometimes anger, so don't make me feel angry, okay? If you have anger and you pause for 5-10 deep breaths, believe me, the amount of anger will reduce to half. Anger, comparing with the other monsters, we talk about the viruses, right? The craving, the anger, and delusion. The anger has short-term energy, which means when you have anger, you wait for a while. If you can delay your anger, the anger will have no effect, no more. So the idea is how to get angry as late as you can. If you get angry now, but I beg you, guys, don't get angry now. Please, you can get angry more, but tomorrow. And you believe me somehow, and you keep your anger until tomorrow. The amount of anger that you can hold will not be equivalent as what you are burning right now. It's like fire. You don't add any fuel to the fire, it will extinguish, right? But the thing is that when sometimes we feel not good, we feel anger with someone, and that leads to two parts. Okay, you don't feel good, you have anger. That leads to either you'll be able to let go, or you will keep the anger with you. Okay. Either let go, you keep the anger with you, then that will be a different result, right? If you are able to let go, the anger will not stay with you. You don't have to forgive anyone later on because you already have let it go. but sometimes you cannot let it go. So we have to fix this at the habitual level. So if you have anger, you can't stop thinking about it. Again, the mind is pretty tricky. You feel good, you want to keep that good feeling. You can't do it for too long. When you feel bad and you want to let it go, it stays with you for such a long time, right? So why is it so hard to remember what we want to remember and forget what we want to forget? That's because our minds don't work the way they're supposed to work. And to fix with the habitual level, first, you need to have mindfulness. You need to be more mindful. Okay? And second, you need to love yourself. We talked about loving ourselves the other day, remember? And third, you need to learn to catch good things in other people. And fourth, you need to be wise and be able to be more rational and not emotional. Okay? And to do this, you can do and work on it with a better model, right? You have self-image. Oh, I'm turning into a monster now. I don't like myself at all. Then your self-idea is to have a calmer self, a loving self full of metta, and not to like, oh, I'm becoming a monster now, right? So self-love is a state that you appreciate yourself from within because you feel good. You kind of spend more time with yourself, spending time healing your wound. And by doing so with the practice of meditations as well, you make and produce your own happiness. You don't need anyone to give you such happiness, right? And that will eventually lead to self-esteem. When you have self-esteem, especially self-esteem is here, you can change yourself. You feel good, you feel content with yourself. It's much easier to ignore what people will do to you because you feel content with your life, with who you are. And that contentment, surprisingly, will direct your attention not to other people, but inward. Oh, okay, that person doesn't like me, say something bad about me, or there's something bad about me. But life goes on, and I have to be better. I have to be more patient. I have to be more loving. And I feel like, okay, I don't need that guy to make me feel good or bad, but I can feel good or bad based on who I am. I feel bad about my bad actions. I feel good about my good actions. But I don't want to feel bad, so I'm not going to do bad actions. Right? That sounds logical. And that happens when you have self-esteem. You love yourself, you have more self-esteem, you're not going to pay so much attention on what other people have on you, right? And that will lead to immunity to what other people will do to you, and that you can not be, you able not to be so sensitive about things and be able to focus more on changing yourself because it's better me, and have mental clarity and not to have resentment, right? Right. So the Buddha said anger will not disappear as long as you still have thoughts of resentment. But if you do not or no longer have thoughts of resentment, anger will disappear. Okay? I'd like to share with you one story of a monster. Imagine a monster, and this monster, he came to a kingdom, and the king happens not to be there. So he walks to the throne of the king, and then he suddenly sits on the throne. And all the guards and the soldiers, they don't like that. So they throw stones to the monsters. But every time they throw stones to the monsters become bigger and more scarier as well. So the king comes back to his throne. But it's probably similar to when you go to your bedroom and then you find someone sitting on your bedroom. You probably will feel not happy as well, right? But the king was wise. So he, instead of like yelling to the monster right away, okay, what happens? Then he asked the soldiers, the guards, okay, so you throw the stones and the monster become bigger? Then he decided to do something the opposite. He said, okay, monsters, Mr. Monster, let's talk. So he talked to the monster. Who are you? What do you want? You feel hungry. Oh, you feel hungry? Soldiers, bring the food. Are you tired? Would you like to eat? Soldiers, bring the food and massage the monster. And then the soldiers started to massage the monster. Every time the king and the soldiers did something good to the monster, somehow the size of the monster becomes smaller. And eventually, the monster turns back into just a normal human being. So what is the moral that we can learn from this story? Maybe first, everybody can be a monster if we keep throwing our anger to the person. Eventually, they become a monster, right? And second, there is a hidden monster in this story. Not this one, but the one that lives within our minds. So think about, okay, all the soldiers that throw stones to the big monster, if they have anger, they slowly become monsters themselves, right? But the king, instead of doing the same thing the soldiers did, he decided to do something the opposite, which means he has killed the monster within his heart first. And then he talks like an angel to the monster. And that kind and loving speech actually tamed down the monster within our heart. And by learning so, be able to cut the loop of, okay, you bomb me, I bomb you, you do something bad to me, I do something bad to you, and that will become the cycle of revenge. To break this loop, to forgive, the mind has to be strong, to be mindful and strong. If you are able to stay mindful, okay, if I do this, it's gonna get worse, so I better keep myself off this loop, because this is the loop of destruction. I don't want to destroy myself. If you're able to get yourself off, then that means you're strong, right? Like Gandhi say, the weak cannot forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. But the strong in this sense doesn't mean you have to have strong muscles, big muscles. No, I just happen not to find better image, sorry. It means that you need to have strong minds. And that strong mind will allow you to cut the loop of revenge, okay? And that's another image, very interesting one, this one. People who don't like you, who do something bad to you, they already live in hell. So don't put yourself in the same place. The best is to protect your own mind. Whatever they are, they not have the best environment. They don't have the best feeling. So don't be like them, right? But the funniest thing about this image is that the door is open. So they can choose to walk out of the cell at any time. But some people still keep living in the prison. They don't even feel aware that the door is already open, right? This cell is pretty funny. The door is wide open. You can escape at any point. But sometimes you just keep looking somewhere else and not at the door, right? So if you are able to escape, forgiveness is setting a prisoner free only to know, you find that the prisoners was me, right? By habit development, okay, with more mindfulness, first we can delay the anger. If you can delay the anger, you don't feel so bad about it anymore. Maybe you don't have to even forgive because you don't even hold it at the first place. When you love yourself, you are able to understand, develop enough self-esteem so that you decide, okay, I'm not going to hold this anger with me. You don't have to forgive later on. And then you start catching goodness in other people. That person better than having no one around me. Just imagine when you get so angry so much that you don't want anyone in the world, but imagine that you have to be the only one in the world. If you don't know what it's like to be the only one in the world, maybe you can watch some movies, right? There's plenty of movies of, okay, survivor movie is the only one in the world. No one's there. You try to shout to empty building, no response. That's scary, right? So having some BS people around is still better than having no one there. So the world is not going to be too quiet, right? Just think about it this way, which means be wise. If we are able to stay wise, we be able to know the values of letting go, of forgiving, and the disadvantages of keeping everything to yourself, like becoming a volcano that may erupt at any time. But forgiveness, they are in 4 levels. First, some people will forgive, but only if the person is punished. Well, that's okay, but not the best. Some people will forgive because my parents taught me so, my religions taught me so, that I should forgive, I should hold it. Well, that means you will forgive, but not totally, right? And in the third case, so now you're wise, so we forgive so that we can live together in harmony, because we have to see each other again. If you hate someone and the person is there, you don't want to look there, you look away. And if you know that the person is there away, you don't want to look there, you look the other way, right? So if you have 5 people, 6 people who you don't like, and you know that they're around you, you don't want to look everywhere, you will look above, right? Sometimes it happens like that. But if you have a lot of love from within, then you can forgive unconditionally. And that will leave no trace of anger in your mind. Probably that's the best anger, right? Sorry, the best way. So we can't change the past, but maybe we can change the future. Forgiveness will not change our past, but it will create better future for sure. And we do not hold anger like grabbing hot coal and just to throw at someone. You just release it, and your hand will not be hurt. Okay. So lastly, we can use cornerstone. We practice by giving. The more you learn to give, you can also give away negative emotions as well. Because good things, you don't want to keep it yourself. Come on, if you have like beautiful cloth, you still wear the cloth, but you are kind enough to give this cloth to your friend because they happen to compliment the cloth. So okay, if you want this cloth, I give it to you. And you can learn to give that cloth, the good things you can give to other people, you want to give bad things to yourself. Which means by practicing giving 4 things, resources, endearing speech, help, and consistency to other people, you will also be able to give away negative emotions as well. So thank you very much. I like to go longer, but I have limited time and I have to rush and finish now. All right, so that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it and see you again next Thursday. This Thursday. Again, tomorrow you have 83 day left. No, it's 86 day and you have 280 days left. 279 days left. Okay, so.
Thank you so much, Mang John, for guiding us today and giving us a very wonderful sharing today. And let us end our sessions by pay respect to our teaching monk by bow 3 times. Let's bow. Second bow. And third bow.
Okay, may you all be happy, healthy, and wise. May you have all the wisdom to overcome all obstacles in your life, all wishes be fulfilled, all your dreams become true. And every time you meditate, you attain the inner peace within. Let Dhammakaya within easily and effortlessly without delay.
Sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much, Mang John, for the blessing. And I hope everyone can bring more friends to join us together to practice meditations. So our world will be brighter. So see you all again on coming Thursday. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you very much. Thank you, DJ Botox and Claire and Jurewan and Vanessa and Hazel Ho and Marky Mark and Catherine Kumar and Long and Kristen Tan, Jesse Oi and Elsa Marine and Kim Morrow, Ningu Dolisi, right? No? Kimarel? Come on. You're like, oh, okay. Kimarel Singu Dolisi. Right. Okay, hopefully I pronounced correctly. D.O.K. Spa. And Elena, and Odunsi, and Manish, Iman, Olubibo, Oluwamayowa, Sam Fang, Kazim, OBC San, and Osukoya, Adeolar, Duke, Madel, Viyas, and Omalolar, Frankie Liu, Bess, and Bombay, Masasi, Andy, Alex Otubu, Dari Prumama, and Agnes, and Tariba, and Impano, Ifedayo, Opemipo, Afolani, and Tolani, Toluvalese, Angelina Bay, and Evariste. See you later on Thursday.